The dead walk the streets to keep the living safe. This is the InsideEdition.com coronavirus news for April 13th, 2020. In Indonesia, volunteers dressed as shroud ghosts patrol the streets. The ghosts, known as pocong, are part of Indonesian folklore. They're spirits of the dead wrapped in burial shrouds. They're trying to scare people off the streets to enforce stay-at-home recommendations. Researchers say Indonesia could see massive coronavirus infection numbers if social distancing is not observed. In Spain, church bells rang to honor those who have lost their lives from COVID-19. Over 17,000 people have died there from the virus. In Rio de Janeiro, the famous statue of Christ the Redeemer was illuminated on Easter in honor of healthcare workers. Brazil has reported 22,000 cases of COVID-19 and 1,200 deaths. The country with the most reported coronavirus deaths is now the United States. Johns Hopkins University says that over 21,000 people have died from COVID-19. Here's more coronavirus coverage from the InsideEdition.com team. First, Johanna Lee.
As the coronavirus continues to devastate the United States, there's been a lot of mystery as to how China was able to keep their number of cases and deaths so low, despite having been the original hotspot for the disease. Some experts and intelligence believe that China is lying about the extent COVID-19 has impacted their country. And when 3 of China's major telecommunications companies reported a drop in 21 million cell phone subscribers, some are wondering whether that number correlates closer to the number of actual deaths in the country as a result of the pandemic. To look a little deeper into the story, I spoke to Dr. Samantha Hoffman, an analyst at the Australian Strategic Policy Institute, who basically said it's too early to tell if the disappeared phone numbers mean anything. Mara, what have you got today?
China has been reporting a decline in new cases of coronavirus, and because of that, people feel comfortable getting out of the house, socializing again. Some people showed up at an amusement park in Shanghai, and while there were lots of little kids running around wearing face masks and gloves, one child had a little extra protection. Check out this inflatable suit that one family got for their 2-year-old. It might seem extreme, but the child's father says the kid's only 2. He doesn't really understand why he can't touch his face. So instead of getting him a mask that he's probably going to pull at or even take off, they just zip him up in this suit and then he's free to run around and do whatever he wants. It didn't really seem to impede the child that much. He looked like he had a great time at the amusement park, and his parents felt secure that he had these extra layers of protection. So what do you think? Did these parents go too far? Or are you wondering, where can I get that suit?
I can see him fighting, and today is a big day, and we really need some heart and lung strength to come through.
The entire Broadway community is rallying their support around Nick Cordero, who last starred in A Bronx Tale and Bullets Over Broadway. He is in a California hospital fighting for his life after being diagnosed with the coronavirus. His wife, another Broadway star, Amanda Klutz, and their 10-month-old son haven't been able to see Nick since they're not allowed to go inside the hospital. So Amanda was FaceTiming with Nick and decided to sing and dance to Elvis Presley's Got a Lot of Living to Do. And at that moment, the nurse said that his blood pressure seemed to improve. So now Amanda's asking everybody to play this song in hopes that it reaches Nick and helps him get home faster.
Keep dancing if you can, and keep sending up those prayers, guys. Thank you so much.
For more on the coronavirus pandemic, visit InsideEdition.com.